The other day, I was talking to a couple of teenage boys, and we were discussing life and their future employment aspirations and dreams and goals and things like that. And I brought up how when I was a kid, for some reason, I worked in penny candies there, and how when I was a kid, I loved penny candies. Your mom would give you $1, and you go to the store and you count out the 1 cent candies, and you count out the 5 cent candies there and the 10 cent candies, and I would walk up to the counter and I would put them on Neil's unsanitized counter, and he would count them out with his unwashed hands, and he would put them in a paper bag, and I would take that bag and I would walk home eating my salmonella candies. And I say that because we were just reflecting on how things change. And I know every generation has to go through those changes. It's something you have to deal with. It's a generational thing. But it seems previous generations were more organic changes. Things were changing naturally, where now it doesn't seem so natural. It seems forced. Like it's like been planned, or it's being orchestrated or manipulated. And I would say in the past 6 years, more more predominantly, like since like around COVID time. Here in the city where I live, Windsor, Ontario, Canada, our housing costs have increased fivefold. A house you used to buy for $80,000 is now $400,000. Our employment rates when I was a kid were around 5 to 6%. Now they are reportedly 10 to 11%, but they feel more like 15%. Underemployment rate is probably higher than that. And by underemployed, what I mean is people who are working a part-time job or two part-time jobs to equal one full-time job and still struggling to pay the bills, still struggling to put food in their kids' mouths and clothes on their backs. And then we have our working poor who work full-time jobs, and in some cases, two people working full-time jobs in the household and still struggling to pay their mortgages, feed their kids, pay their insurances, make their way through life. Now, that's why I say it doesn't seem organic. It seems like things are getting out of hand. And I don't have to tell you about inflation and about what's going on in grocery stores. I'm sure everywhere feels that. And then we have the social the social issues here of homelessness and substance abuse and all the things that come along with that, the petty crime. It's and in our city, for some reason, they're all the homelessness is downtown on our main street. So when you come to Canada, any tourists, any visitors to Canada, when you exit the Detroit Windsor Tunnel, within 1,000 feet, I would put money on it that you will see homeless people. That's how bad it is. And our whole stretch from the Ambassador Bridge all the way to where it hits the 401, where you get on the 401 and go to London, Toronto, all those areas, it is all littered with homeless people along that stretch. Now, I'm not saying anything is wrong with homeless people. I feel very passionately about, taking care of people and and things of that nature. But it, when it comes in terms of business, when it comes in terms of investment for a city, it's not very good investment. It's not very well, even for the lifeline of the cities. For people here, people don't want to go downtown. People aren't getting out to enjoy the city in which they pay taxes. And it's not, and it can come across as, I don't know. I don't know the solution. And everything I'm saying here is just opinion. I do not have Statistics Canada stats in front of me. I'm not reading off something. This is just opinion based, so take it as you will. But I was just wondering, like, Canada and the United States are in alignment most of the time. If United States of America is doing good economically, Canada is doing good economically, and vice versa. We're usually along the same trajectory lines. So I was just wondering, is this happening all over? It purely can't be a isolated incident. Like, is this happening everywhere, and how is it being dealt with everywhere else? Like, how is homelessness being dealt with other places? How is petty crime being dealt with other places? How is the drug epidemic being dealt with in other places? Like, because our city really needs some answers. Like, I mean, I grew up here. I was born and raised here. I and it's funny because I never enjoyed this city as a kid. I always disliked it. I always wanted to get away from here. I never enjoyed being here. And now that I'm getting older, I don't know, maybe it's a midlife crisis or something. I'm not sure what it is, but I want it to succeed now. I want to see this city do well. I want to see the residents of this city do well. I want to I want to see the turnaround. I want to see where it could go back to when when I was a younger man, and you would go downtown at 10, 11 o'clock at night, and it would be packed. Everyone would be out spending their paychecks, right? At whatever, at a bar, at a restaurant, at whatever, getting pizza, hanging out with their friends, doing whatever it is they're doing. I was downtown the other night, and it was dead. 10 o'clock at night, dead. Nobody's out. Nobody's anywhere. On a Friday night, no one is out. I mean, in this city, you can find needles throughout the whole city. It's not just in centralized locations. You find it in the West End, you find it in the East End, you find it down by the river in the north, you find it in nicer areas in the south. You find needles throughout the whole city. Like, I don't understand what's happening here. It is an epidemic, and nothing is being done about it. We have people being Narcaned on a regular basis, consistently. Some people get Narcan 3, 4 times. And our issue, and I'm not saying, and I know I'm harping on the social side of it. And I'm not saying all of our issues are caused by drug addicts or homeless people, but I'm saying it needs to be managed better by our municipality. Our local government needs to do a better job, and our city workers here do a great job of keeping things clean. They're out all the time cleaning up needles, cleaning up the streets, cleaning up feces, cleaning up whatever. They do a great job, but the municipal government needs to do more. The provincial government needs to do more. Like, I just feel we need help, and we need solutions. So we can turn this city around and unlock its true potential, and it's a beautiful place. Come here and see our city, come travel our city. It is beautiful. But there's a line underneath the surface, a social issue that is hampering us.